Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Goddess World Reality. It is gisting time, my people. Let's gist together. Hope everyone is okay. Good evening to you all. I'm sorry, the video is not clear. It looks terrible. Who is in the building? Someone in the building? It looks terrible. Why is it not clear? What is the problem? Let's stay clear. The video looks terrible. It's not so clear. Good evening, my beautiful people out there. Hope everyone is okay. You are welcome to Goddess World Reality TV. So I am going to play some music for myself. Why is this video not so clear? Something wrong somewhere. It looks so terrible. No, it's not so clear. It's so sad. Let me play some music. The story time, my people, I am going to gist about my journey, my life story so far. So, good evening, everyone in the building. You are welcome. Thank you so much for sharing the video, African TV. Good evening, my beautiful people. Tonight is a story time. So, I'm going to explain my life story so far. The journey continues. especially as YouTube decided to frustrate themselves. I will also frustrate them back. So the journey continues. I'm going to talk about my life story, what happened before I travel to Europe. So, uh, what is this? Why is it showing? Oh my God, my village people. Oh my God, village people, they here today. Village people want to listen to my life story. Ah, wow. Village people want to listen to my life story. You never sleep so late. You are still awake. I even wanted to do the video when everybody is sleeping so that before the day break, they will get to find out I make a video. So my people, let me continue to say the story. I don't know if I have to be playing music a little bit on the background to make it look nice. Let me put some music on very low volume. YouTube, oh, it will never be well with you people. It will never be well with you the way you are trying to frustrate some people in this YouTube. Where is my music? Okay. Let's see which music now. If not for you people, I don't think I will come and be doing live streaming now. Just want to frustrate people sometimes. It's not good. What is that music? I don't have copyright. Music with no copyright. I'm not sure about that. Taking a tail on my copyright, but better to avoid it. Let me choose the one I already know. No copyright music, no copyright music, no copyright music. No copyright music, no copyright music, no copyright music. See this music. The day you are not looking for music, you will see everything. Village people, you are all welcome. Welcome to the building, the village people. So I'm going to talk my story, Goddess World Reality, the journey as a Goddess World Reality. When I was in Africa, a lot of things happened when I was in Africa. A lot of things happened before I traveled out. When I was growing up as a kid, so I was the seventh kid of my mother because my mother have a lot of children, of which a lot of them are not alive. So many things happen. But when she had me, I was like the seventh child of her and the second one to stay alive. So my growing up as a kid, when I was growing up then, a lot of things happened. Some of them I knew about it, some of them I didn't know about it. So, how I become a goddess was things I start experience when I was growing back at home. And most of them, when I experience it, my mother will just overlook it because she knew already, but it's like she don't want me to know. So she's always overlook a lot of things. I'm still trying to find music that will last long so that I will not always be putting music every minute. I think it's this one. I'm trying to find music. Ah, I have the music now. So, when I was growing up, I was in Africa then. I started experiencing strange things that happen as a child that I can't really explain a lot. Sometimes when I'm sleeping, I will be seeing a lot of things. Like when I wake up, for example, when I was in Africa, I can just sleep and in the dream, the goddess will like give me money, but small amount. You know, then Nigeria will have like 5 naira, 10 naira. They will give me something like 5 naira, 10 naira in the dream. But when I wake up, I really check under my pillow, I will see it, and the money will just be brand new and shining. So I will give it to my mother. I will say, this is the kind of dream I dream, and this is the money they give to me in the dream. And I wake up, it's under my pillow. And then I will talk to my mother. My mother will say, oh, this message they sent to you. Please, my daughter, because then I lost my father at a young age. My father is already dead. So we are back from Maduguri to Edo State, where I stayed for like 3 years before I traveled. So then my mother will say, this money they give to you and this message, this money you will use it to go and buy something to bring. But this message they send you when you sleep, you will go and tell them back to have messing on your mother, that she's alone, she's a single mother taking care of the children, so she can't face what they are really asking her to do. Then I will tell my mother, okay, no problem. So a lot of times I have that kind of dream as a child, and my mother always said, oh, please, I'm not ready for that now. You know, I'm alone. There is no, you guys don't have father anymore, so I can't face it alone. When you sleep, just try to please them back. Tell them to have mercy on me as your mother. We say, okay, no problem. So before I also traveled out, I was also in sleeping in the dream where they give me a ring. So a ring, you know, wedding ring. So they gave me a wedding ring. So I wake up, I also have the wedding ring under my pillow. So I told my mother they gave me a wedding ring. So then that wedding ring, I was always putting it in my hand before I travel. Before I travel out, there was somebody I was dating. So before I travel out, I gave him that ring for which reason I don't know. Maybe that time, you know, if you want to travel, like somebody you are dating in Africa before you travel, you will just say, let me give him something to hold on to you or something. You don't even know the journey you are going. It's not a journey that you go and you come back so easy in 1 year or 2 years. So as I continue my journey in Europe, when they bring me to Europe, I came through our neighbors, so I didn't stress so much. At that time, I traveled to Europe at 1996. So that 1996, then people that if your own people brought you to Europe, you will only come balance $28,000. But if it's through via you will come and balance $30,000. So when I came, it was only $28,000, so $2,000 less than via. So as the person they bring me to, she was also passing through stress when I came to her house, that she was like saying when she's sleeping the night, she will see like the goddess people, they put handcuff in her hand or something, like they are trying to punish her for which reason she don't know. So one day I was just coming back from work, she was like gathering everybody. I tell them to please me because she don't know what she done to me, that my people are trying to punish her. So I just tell her I don't know what is going on, because really I don't know what is going on. So if she know what she do, she is the one who have to please them. So there was also sometimes, like, then in Europe, like I can just go to place where they send me to work, I will just come back, things will be very hard, like empty hand. So then the woman really tried to start going out with one of her friend. The friend is dead now, but she is still very much alive, living. Then I went out, they call Africa, I don't know one thing of the other. They tell them take me to the take me to the river to in Europe here, to go and appease the gods. When they appease the gods, everything will be okay. So then they now gave me some of the money that I brought home, that I should go and change the money into coins and bring it. So if I change it into coins and bring it, then they will fix a date that they will take me to the river to go and do some sacrifice. I said, okay, no problem. So when the day came, like we are going tomorrow, they now talk together. I don't know what they talk about. Later, they now say, no, I'm not going with them. They are going alone. So for me, it's also okay. It's fine by me. So they go alone. So immediately they went to do what they want to do. Everything was okay. Like I can just go to work, even though people take 20 people, I take only one person. At the end, I will come home with double money than somebody who take 20 people. So they continue as well to be doing that time to time, like once in a week, always go to the river to go and make some sacrifice for me so that everything will be okay. So then that ring I gave to the guy I left back home. After some years, my mother decided to collect it, for which reason I don't really know. After they collect it, I don't really know why they have to do something that I will be forbidding red oil. I will never use red oil to touch the ring. So when they now send me the ring here in Europe, was always wearing it in my hand. So one day I was like eating something that had to do with red oil. I now took it out of my hand. When I took it out, I put it on the table. Before I know it, the ring fall, and that house we are living, it was like a plank floor. So the plank floor, you have some hole between. So the something fall between the hole, and I could not take it out, and we have tried, and it was not possible to take it out because it fall between the hole in the building. So I was really angry for like months, angry with my mother for bringing it, not only bringing it, for wanting as far to do something that I have to be forbidding red oil. Because when I leave that ring at home, give it to somebody, the ring was not forbidding anything. So that was what happened. So after that, I went to prison here in Europe. My last prison was in this very city I am living now, because I went to prison 3 times in Europe. So when I went to this last one I am living now in this city, I met a lady inside the prison. The lady, she's living now in London. She's a prophet. She's a Yoruba lady. So then when she came, she was like in the midst of us. She's see in prison. The lady is informer, of which we do not know. Normally she's informer. Informer is people that work with the how did I call it, with the police, that give them information if the people are for Nigeria or they are not for Nigeria. Meanwhile, they are also a prisoner like you will not know, you will open up to them. So when she came to us that time, she was always crying because then she's very prayerful, powerful woman. She's always pray, 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 pray. She almost never eats. So one day she told us we need to do 7 days fasting, all of us in that group, but one person will not join us to do it because she already see it that one person will not join us to do it, and that person that we also try to deport her. If care is not taken, she will end up in Nigeria. So in that group, the rest of us, we are doing all the fasting. Every day this woman will wake up like attack, attack, attack. She will be drawing her legs. Sometimes she can't stand up. Sometimes she will say she have pain. Attack from heavy lady, attack from heavy lady, attack from heavy lady. Everybody will be looking to her. We will all be looking to her. We will come and be petting her, see where it's paining her, see how we can solve it. Attack from heavy lady, attack from heavy lady. I didn't know what she mean because I don't even bother. So on the seventh day of the something, when the fasting was ending, the woman now prophesied for everybody in that prison that joined us in that prayer group. She now prophesied to all. There was one girl, she even said that her mother, her stepmother is the one who stroke her, who invoke her with stroke. So the girl was crying. She prophesied for the all everybody. So when it came to my turn, this thing she said, it was something I never heard in my life. I was like looking to her very strange, when you never hear something, somebody tell you something, you will start saying, this person is fake, or this fake professor is not true. So what did she told me? She told me something happened when I was 7 years old, because I never knew anything happened when I was seven. I have never heard it even from my mother. She said something happened when I was 7 years old, how I am a goddess, how some people, Urobo people, Igbe, the one that make Igbe, they also have something they do in their country, they call it Igbe. How those people come to seize me from my mother hand when I was 7 years, that I'm their goddess. So they keep me in their temple. They were like bending down for me. How my mother went to please them after some time with people, so that they gave me back to her. So when she now told me the thing, and she also went afar saying the heavy lady, she was always saying attacker, attacker. The heavy lady is the goddess from the sea, that they were not so happy with her, trying to take me closer to her, trying to draw me closer to God also. So the heavy lady, she will always say she's seeing them when she sits. She see them as a vision. She see a deep sea. She see a heavy lady, a woman walking up of the sea, while fire is always burning in the top of the sea behind her, and the woman always come to attack her. The woman was always in pain, in prison, always saying attack her. I didn't even know it's about me. So she now told me, so this heavy lady is always attacking her because of me. They are always fighting with her. So this is what happened to me as a 7 years. And I told her, I don't know, I don't really believe this story. Then she told me, well, a prophecy, she never says something that is not true. So her advice for me is to go and ask my mother about my life story. So that is why, as a parent, if you have parents, it's not everything you think you know that all your parents will told you. As big I am now, I can still say there are a lot of things happen in my life that I don't know, because my mother tried to keep it away from me. She don't want to tell me, some mother, they think the less you know, the better it is for you, for your life. So they think they are protecting you, but on another side, it's also wrong, because every child have a right to know who she is and what really happened during her growing up. So when I now call my mother in the prison after the woman prophesied, because everybody were like their own is true, really happened. There was even one girl they take to the prison. The girl was always crying. She was telling the girl, you that is crying, that they bring you to prison instead of you going to your working place, supposed to be praising God because God used it to protect you. They already mark so date in April that that day they will send somebody to come and end your life in the working place. So God took you out from there to protect you. So the girl was like in shock. So I called my mother in the prison, so I was like very angry, when you hear something that is not true. Because why I was angry, when I was asking my mother this question, she was trying to bend the question, trying to twist it around like, where are you? Who is telling you all those stories now? Who is feeding you with all those story? I was like, tell me if it's true or not. Did something happen when I was 7 years old? What really happened? She was like, are you in prison or are you in native daughter place? Are you going around looking something out for yourself? How come? I said, I'm still in prison, but there is a lady in prison that they brought to come and meet us. The lady, she's a woman of God, she's a prophet, and she was there before for a mission, but because of the group she came to meet, she said that God already warned her that she will join social group, that she should never do anything wrong to them. So because of that, she cannot do her mission. So she was always crying, and they put us to prayer by force, like we all have to do 7 days fasting with her. So you have to tell me the truth, because she prophesied for everybody and all what she told them is true. How come my own is not true? It's not something I ever hear before in my life. So is it true that something really happened when I was 7 years? Tell me the truth and let me know, for my sake also, because I've been seeing a lot of strange dream. How I sleep, sometimes something like I will just change to something. Sometimes sef, when you, people who really have spiritual eye can see, like sometimes in, even in physical, there is sometimes I will just be like the goddess is really in me, and sometimes like I'm just myself, like my colors is always changing and my look is changing. So but I myself, I always know when things like that happen to me. So she was like, okay, let me open up. It's true what the lady told you, it really happened when you were 7 years old. But yeah, the problem was solved. So I'm really surprised you get to know it. So imagine if God did not send that woman to that prison, or to our group, to our life. You see this thing happen, and I grow up as a big girl and even travel to Europe. My mother have never opened her mouth to tell me that secret. So why will she keep something like that for a secret? What is there to keep for a secret? I mean, as my own, am I not supposed to know this kind of thing? Is she not supposed to tell me? Then she was like surprised. Then I was asking her with that opportunity, like, what else really happened? Is this something else I still really need to know? She said no, nothing else, it's just that. So that time we leave the matter as that. So also when I came out of the prison, when I free, because the woman, I think I free before her, she was free before me. She asked me to come and meet her in her house. Then she gave me her address where she live. So when I was really free, I went to meet her, I thanked her, I bought a gift for her and everything. And then she told me I have to come back another day. She will take me to one small river close to her home. I will go and fetch water. She will use the water to pray for me, try to break whatever covenant I have with all those goddess and everything, because they are really part of my life, like disturbing me, like they don't even want me to have a partner in my life or something. So even before I married to my white man, I was bad to this woman, continued to pray with me. She continued to help me. She even sometimes would tell me, do 1 day fasting, do 2 day fasting. Then I was really trying, because I will suffer too much and I need document and everything. She will tell me, go and break coconut, go and do. She's like, I forget the name of her church that she's going, but they also wear white garment, but it's not celestial, it's another church. So she will tell me use coconut, break it, use it to pray, and I will always do what she said before everything went fine with the wedding and all. So then before I went back to her to go and fetch the water close to the river, close to her house as she instructed me to, there was a terrible dream I dreamed. Like when I go to fetch that water, there is something that will happen. So I now call my mother. I say, this is the kind of dream I dream, and this is what I see when I went to fetch the water. So my mother was very panicked. She was very afraid. She was like, oh, if you love me too much, don't go. If you want me to last long as your mother, or if you except you want to lose me, please don't go. Don't go and fetch the water. Just call her, tell her that this is what you see. She will understand. She should go and fetch the water for you, and then she use it to pray. So when I called the prophet, I told her everything. Auntie, this is what happened, this is what I see, so I cannot fetch the water. If you can help me to fetch it and use it, no problem, I will come. Then she says sorry, she cannot do that. That is not something she have to do for me. It is something I have to do myself, otherwise it won't work. So from there I didn't go anymore, but we keep on contact. I keep calling her, she keep calling me. We always talk. Sometimes if I see something I'm not supposed to see, I will call her. She will pray for me through the phone. So that is how she now traveled to London. Even when she traveled to London, I went to London 2005. I also looked for her. I bought her some gift from here. I went to give it to her. We hug and everything. So when she was in London, there was one time they were really disturbing me, telling me that it's my time is up. They have to take me. My time is up. They have to take me. Then I just complete 25 years. So few days before my 25 years old, they told me that is the last day I'm supposed to spend on earth. So my time is up. They are going to take me with them. I was like, why now? So anytime I sleep, I can't even sleep then. I was always panic. I was disturbed, and I keep telling my mother. My mother was like, oh, this is the time. You have to rush back to Nigeria. We have to do the needful. We have to do everything. And then I also have a girlfriend here who said, my pastor, I know very one pastor is very good pastor. He can pray for you and everything will be okay. You will not be seeing all those things you are seeing. So she took me to that pastor, and we went to the pastor. The pastor was Iboma. So when we went to the pastor was praying. Some pastor, when you are in trouble, that is when they are trying to take advantage of you. So when the pastor was praying for me, trying to help me, after finish praying, he said the Lord opened his eyes that I'm supposed to be his future wife. So I'm supposed to be with him. So imagine I'm in trouble. I need help. I need someone to deliver me from whatever I'm going through or to help me. And you are telling me that, trying to take advantage, because I know that that is not true. There is no way the Lord can tell him that in the middle of that problem or something. Just trying to, I was very angry and I left with our lawyers. So I was telling my girlfriend, is this kind of pastor you have? Is this the pastor you have? Is this the pastor you bring me to that you said that can help me? A pastor who is not telling me that he see that I'm going to be his wife. So after that, my journey continue. I continue to see different things. And when I was experiencing different things, my junior sister in Africa, she started experiencing things also. She was like, they are also telling her that side that her time is almost going also, and all those things. My mother was really panicked, like two of her daughter after all her suffering and everything. So my sister was telling my mother this is the message they also sent to her. And when is my big sister coming? And this is the place that my big sister is going. She just made sure I don't even come here. My sister already described the river I'm going and everything. And the way she described it to my mother, I didn't even know. When I come home, when I now make sure to them where they are supposed to take me, and it was exactly everything my sister see there she described. So when I went back home, my mother was begging me like, really, I have to come, I have to come, I have to come. So then when they we are preparing, that we are like appeasing the spirit or appeasing my spirit also, so that I can return home to do the needful. That year I will never forget. It was the most blessed year in all my time in Europe. It was the year 2006. That year, I can just sit like this at my working place. I don't have to move or anything. Nobody can pass that see me, that can pass me. That time, all the people in that place were like, what is going on? They are said they don't even understand anymore. Like, they are also there to work, except maybe I go in, I try to sleep, then they will take somebody. But the moment I am there, I sit. No man walk beside me that will ever pass. The moment they see me, they will come to me. It was like something strange was really going on with me. Although I really know some of it that it was going on with me because I talked with my mother, was like, the goddess was really in me then. So that year, I really made a lot of money, like crazy. Before I went home, it was unbelievable. Even some people are like trying to see me and even trying to say, this girl, she's a witch or something. So I don't even mind them. Sometimes it's like when the God said, this is the year you are going to bless and you will be blessed, nothing will stop you. So after I went home, I was back to Africa. I bought my ticket for 8 weeks, 8 weeks or 7 weeks, because I need to go there to do a lot of things, and almost everything I went there to do took 7 days. So that is how, after a few days rest, my mother immediately starts everything, and I and my junior sister need to do the things the same time because she was like waiting for me also. So we start it, and then they call those people, they always have to follow it, like which person the hand please. So before I came, the person that the hand please normally, that is supposed to do the goddess for me, the woman, she was gone. So they decided to look for somebody else that came to do it for me. So this woman that come to do it for me, she was always crying because in the process of performing the ritual, she now discovered like she was not supposed to do it because she's not so, because of who I am and my sister are, we are too powerful for her. She's not supposed to do it for us. So the woman was like always crying and pleasing us, even went as far as kneeling down and crying, please don't put me to shame, please. I know that you guys are more powerful than I, but please just do it and everything. And also my brother was threatening her, if everything did not go the way it's supposed to go, he will beat her because my brother is very wicked. So the old woman was always pleasing. So we went as far 7 days doing the thing, and then they have to call people don't know the difference of, what do you say, people don't know the difference of mami water and ogbanje. Mami water and ogbanje, they are not the same thing. People sometimes confuse them. Ogbanje is the husband of Mami Water. So if you have the boat, you have to do it. Sometimes people have one. So in my sister case and in my case, we have to do the boat because we have to also go, and we have to say which river they have to take us to, like to take the thing that connect us with our river husband. We have to try to take it to break the contact. That is what they say. But sometimes it works, sometimes it didn't work. So we have to say where they have to take us to. So those things take 7 days, and it's different people that have to do it. So the ogbanje, is very strong thing. So most of the time they always go to call the Ijaw people to come and perform the ritual for you, because the Ijaw people, they are also strong, so they will know the place they have to take you to after you mention where they have to drive you to. Then they will now invoke the spirit out of the water. After they invoke the spirit, you will now look for it and carry it out yourself. So that is how it happened. And after that, they have to call the other people that have to come to perform the Ifa. The Ifa is Ohomila, the Ifa and the Ogun people. So the Ifa and the Ogun people was two people that perform that two things for us, two men. So they are the one who marches to perform it for us. So I also spent 7 days performing Ifa and Ogun ritual. So after the Ifa and the Ogun ritual, they have to call other people that are march also to come and perform the Isango and the Olokun for us. So after the people came also to perform the Isango and the Olokun, it also takes 7 days. So my first time to Nigeria, I didn't really enjoy it much because I was always indoor, lying down in the same spiritual room. All they do is to bath me with Fanta when I was doing the Mami water and the Ogbanje. They always bath me with Fanta for good 7 days. My body turned to yellow. So when I start the Olokun and Isango, so those ones start bathing me with chalk. So I was always indoor for 7 days. I didn't really enjoy my first journey back to Nigeria so much because of all those things that we are performing for me. So after, in the middle of the performance and everything, something always happen that I can't even almost step, that something always take my leg, of which my mother did not discover that also until inside the performance. So when they now discover also that I also have the power of the wind, which they call Eziza, so they quickly need the next day to start to go and bought everything they need to please that one also, so that he can free my leg to continue to do the performance. So that is why I always have beat on one of my leg, because normally most of people have beat in their left leg, but I have mine in my right one, because my right leg, if I don't put anything in that leg, sometimes after sometimes I can't walk with it anymore. It will be like the leg is, I can't even put it on the floor, like something is holding it. So that is how they please it, and there is no much time left anymore, because that performer will also take 7 days, and they need to know the perfect person fit for it. So they now have to please it and everything. I said maybe next time when I came back to Nigeria, I will come and do the ritual also. So I went as far doing 7 spiritual things. So after I finish all those things and I travel back down here, so they now said that anytime, the ogbanje is something you always have to feed with Fanta, to drink Fanta. So anytime it's like dry, my mother have to try to go and give them Fanta to please them. Otherwise, sometimes it will be like we are so harsh or something, like we are not behaving. So that is how it happened. I traveled back here to Europe. So when I traveled back, those bad dream I was seeing, like my time is up, all those things, I was not really seeing them anymore, because during that ritual performance, they also buy things to the river, to like, this is in place of me. They use me to replace that image to the river, so that they should let me live, they should not take my enemy, they should let me stay alive. So when I came, I was really seeing all those kind of dream, but it was not about the dream like they will end my life anymore, or they will take me anymore. So but I will still see myself, like when I am sleeping, swimming in the deep ocean, or sometimes turning into something. I still see those kind of dream. but as time go I don't really see it much as I need to as I see them anymore. But sometimes there is still I still see physical, like physically sometimes it doesn't happen much. But even my mother don't know the cause. Me myself, I don't really know why I really see that sometimes. Like I can just stay once in a while, something like pay me visits, and the thing will be just be dropping over my head, like you are dropping I don't know how to say it, like shiny things, like things that is shiny, shiny, shiny will just be pouring over you or around you. I will be seeing it. I don't think anybody is seeing it, but I will see the thing will be like for 1 minute or 2 minutes, and the thing will also disappear. So that is thing I still see once in a while. I've told my mother a lot about it, but she don't really explain it to me, or maybe she know also she don't want to talk about it. But I myself, I don't really know. So that is my story so far, and that is how I was really goddess. So to come and think about it, I was born goddess, but there are a lot of things my mother keep away from me because she don't really want me to know, like the story of what happened to me when I was 7 years. She never really told me until I was in prison. I get to know those things. But in my dream, when I sleep, I always discover a lot of things. My dream is more like my reality, because then there are things that I am always seeing more. Sometimes I can see what is coming to pass in the next 2 months or 3 months, and sometimes I can see what is coming now in the present. So as far in my dream I see those things, sometimes for me not to forget, because 2 3 days later I can just forget it. I will quickly call my mother, explain to her, so she's good in keeping record. So most of those things, the way I see it, sometimes it will just come exactly like that, come to pass, and sometimes it will come to pass maybe like after 2 3 months. So that is how it always happen. So my journey before I went to Nigeria at that 2006, something happened. Like I was in the dream. They told me, oh, they are sending somebody to you to come and stab your enemy to death. So at my working place. And then they also told me this is the person that is sending it to you. But don't worry, that person that is coming to you to stab you, nothing will happen to you, because that knife we have already changed it to something. And I quickly call my mother. Thank God I told my mother that dream. Otherwise, sometimes if there is some dream, if you don't say it, it will be like it happened. That is when you are coming to say it. So, and they tell me the person that is sending the person to me, oh, but the person they told me that is sending the person to me, not knowing it's not really that person. That person try to block, for you to know that sometimes if you are somebody who is always dreaming some dream, it's not really who you see that is the person. No, sometimes they can use other people to confuse you. It's only by grace that you will come to know who it is. So the person was stronger enough to use her somebody else that I know to represent her face. How did I know this? Because after that thing happened, then now when I come to the at my working place that very day, oh, I didn't even know this thing will happen very day. Not sometimes I dream, like I said, it will not happen that very day. Do you know that that very day I dreamed that dream, the same day I come to work, the same day that thing happened to me. In the middle of the night, the person just come. It was Oyibo. The moment a young guy, when I close the door and everything, before I know it, he just bring out a long line, a knife like this. He want to shoot my enemy. So I even hold the knife with him. I don't even know what moved me or what give me that boldness to hold the knife. And the knife did not cut my hand or anything. So I was like dragging the knife with him so that he will not come and stab me. So I was even shaking. I was begging him, like, what do you need? Do you need money? Do you need that? Take everything. That is where the money is. Just take it, but do not do me anything. Just leave me. So the person really take the money and he run away fast. So immediately he run away. I shouted, this is what is going on. All the neighbor call police and all. Do you know police keep looking and looking, they never find him. He run away so fast, different corner, and it's especially in the night you are looking for somebody you can't know. So that was how it happened. I now call Africa that midnight, like this is what happened. My mother was like in shock. This is the same dream you just told me today, and it happened today. So it was so strange the way the thing happened. So another day, then now I was now in sleep again. Then they now come to review the real person to me who did that. Do you know, to behold is somebody that me and her we are like this, but we work together. So because of that period, like I said, when I stand, nobody else is working except I. So because of jealousy, some people they can't take it. So she also, she have another power, but her power is to destroy. She's a witch. So she is the one who do that before, maybe for them to take my enemy life out of the way. So then I told me that she is the one who do it, but she will regret it. That if I travel down to Africa, I have to go to my mother village. There is one ojuju in my mother village that they serve, and especially in my mother village, they serve mami water as well. In my mother village, that is their image that they serve in that village. They worship it. So but there is another thing in their village. They told me to go there and make sure that I use my head to touch the ground of that place, and I will see what will happen to that person. In the dream also they told me that. So after they told me that, I called my mother. I told her that is what happened. So because of that, I supposed to travel in so date. And this very girl, because we are close, we are friends, she know exactly when I'm traveling, because I told her everything. We visit each other, we are really close friends. Because of her and because of that thing, I already see, I don't know what is her next plan. I went as far as changing my Nigeria ticket. I think then I even have to pay a lot of money, like 155 euro or something. I don't know. When she come around this video, she will know, because at the end I say it to her, because I'm somebody like that. I don't fear you. Be who you, whatever you are. If you come to worse, I see what you are, what you are doing, I will now open up and throw it to your face. So I now change my ticket like to weeks later. So she didn't know when I was traveling anymore. She was like asking me, I hope you are still traveling tomorrow or days. I now told her no, I'm not going to Nigeria anymore. I cancel my ticket. She was like, why will you cancel your ticket now? What happened? I said, because I don't want to go anymore. I cancel my ticket. So she now remove her mind. So when I was traveling, she didn't know anymore. I was now already in Nigeria when I now arrived. Then I now call her, I am Nigeria. And this moment before I travel, I didn't tell her that this is what she did to me. Oh. It is when I came back, listening, because I went to my mother village. After we finished the ritual, perform and everything, and I told my mother, I need to go to your village. My mother said, since how many years I have not go to my village, what are you going to do my village? I said, do you forget the message I told you when I was in abroad? She now say, okay, I remember, but okay, let's ask your brother to take you there, and so people will go with you. So they now took me to my mother village. So they now took me, and that place they took me to, that place they asked me to go to, the goddess people told me in the dream to go to. A lady do not touch there. A lady do not go close to that area, and especially when you have your period. So what happened? I didn't really go close to that place because it's forbidden. But they took me to the front of that place, so I have to give a lot of distance, and then I do what I have to do, and I use my head to touch there. So I now travel because it's what they instruct to me. So after I travel back, I now came. Do you know what happened? This girl, she starts feeling like she's not okay, she's sick, something is happening to her. She's seeing all little babies, both adult, even her dead mother attacking her in the dream. But why would little children be attacking you in the dream if you are not, if your hand is not soaked with innocent blood? That means she have soaked her hand with a lot of innocent blood, that they are always attacking her. When she close her eyes, she want to sleep, they will press her neck, all those things. She can't even talk anymore. So she called me, she was like crying. Some people they can use wisdom, like, I want to ask you something. Do you know anybody I offend? If you know anybody I offend, help me to remember, because I'm ready to beg whoever I offend. Or if I offend you also, just let me know, I'm ready to beg. That is when I open to her, like, I'm not the one who's supposed to tell you if you offend me or not. You have to know if you have done wrong to me or not, because you can't be asking me questions. And moreover, if you ask me if I know other people you offend, I'm not going out with you every time. You are adult of your own. You're supposed to know whoever you offend and know how you will beg them. And I told her, do you remember that thing that happened to me before I traveled? Yes, you were the one. And even that thing, that time she used somebody else to cover. And I even went as far telling her that this is the person face I see, not even knowing that it is her. She was the one, that is the person that come sent somebody to attack me. So and I told her, I know that you are the one who did it, because I found out they told me. So then she was not crying. She was not telling me she don't know the reason why she do it. It was because she was impatient. I have to try to forgive her and all those things. It was really terrible. And from there on, after I came back, the thing come to me more clear. There was another day again, I was like sleeping. They now come to show me who she really is and the kind of power she have. When I wake up, it was really horror. It was really terrible to see that this person, she's a human being, but she have double power in her. So when she lie down, they show me what appear in her chest, and I come to see that she have two double evil power in her. So that was when me and her we never talk anymore. I just stay away from her and everything because of what happened, and because she know that I already exposed her. I already know the kind of person she is. So we both go our separate ways. So that is how everything happened. So because of all those things that happen in my life, I'm just trying not to fight who I am, because sometimes the more I try to fight who I am, the more things are becoming difficult for me. So sometimes they say if you discover yourself, you know who you are. Do not fight it so hard, especially when I was pregnant with my son, my first son. There are a lot of things to happen, but that one I will talk about it in a short video, the pregnancy of my son and what happened before I gave birth to him. So that one is going to be another topic. So for now, that is my life story, my journey as a goddess, and before I came to Europe. And there are still a lot maybe I don't remember. A lot of things happen always. It's not everything you can remember for, but for now, this is what I remember so far. If there is still other things I don't remember, I will still try to talk about it in another short videos, not in live stream of 1 hour. So that is it. And if you come across this my story, my life story, just try to discover who you really are. And please do not judge me for who I am, because I do not create myself like this. So only God knows the reason why everything happened. So that is it. And also I do not blame my mother for anything that happened, because I know my mother loves her children so much, and especially she have went a lot and always fight to keep these three of her children alive after a lot happened, after giving birth to so many children. So only God knows the reason why it is like this. So that is the end of the story. And if you have not subscribed yet to my channel, Goddess World Reality, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, because there are a lot coming on in this YouTube that you will be seeing. So subscribe so that you will not miss out. If you know you like what I'm doing, subscribe. And if you know you do not like what I'm doing because you are too holy, okay, it's fine. I understand. So thank you for watching. And Africa Wahala, thank you so much for staying throughout. Thank you. Thank you also for sharing out. God bless you. And happy Sunday because it's already Sunday already. So good night. Let me end the live stream. Bye.